We're on. We're good. Okay, live. Good. Good morning, everybody. Like Pastor said, 5 years. It's gonna be pretty exciting. We've been really blessed to have such growth. Kind of getting real now that we can see some design plans here we've been going through. So, first thing let's go to the next slide there, Eric. We'll talk. A special thank you to everybody who's been involved in this. Pastor, did you want to do anything special here? You had mentioned, or just we'll run through the names. Pastor, of course. Andy. Did I go dead? There we go. Andy and Kirsten were kind of leading this. Got the Volpes in, Ellie, Sarah Wozni, Amanda Nowicki, Dave and Sharon Stute. They're not here. I believe they're in Minnesota this week. Eric, Cassie, Haley Grimwood, Holly, and then Karen and myself. So thank you to everybody who did that. And probably Jenny too, because all the meetings who invaded their house on school nights in 2-3 hours. So, awesome for that. Thank you. All right, next page. So here's kind of what the intent was. The first thing, the master site plan, right? So we've got 5 acres. If everybody's not familiar, go up this road in front of here is Indiana. Go up north underneath the trestle. The light there is Highway 72 west. Left turn. We are I think the second lot in. Should be a sign up on there shortly. The frame is up, so we're looking for that. So the intent was welcoming and flexible worship services for one thing. We've been in here, it's pretty tight, especially holidays. We've kind of almost outgrown this. We outgrew the chapel quickly, moved down here. Provide Christian education, community engagement. Want a space where the community can come, have meetings, receptions, those kind of things. To do this, many participated. There was some surveys that went out. What do you think you want? And as you go through your package when you get home this week, at the back of it, there are some ideas that had come up as what we would use the facility for. So look over those. We also outreach to the community at several outreach events, the Candelas Fall Fest, things that went on in Layden Rock as well. Went through 3 architects. Kirsten led this effort here to interview the architects. Eidos has been selected. Been a pleasure working with them the last number of months. The group did take several road trips. Wanted to go look at other facilities, not just a church like we have up here. We outgrew, bigger spaces. How do they flex their space? Just to get, ideas what we could do here. There were 4 meetings over the course of the last several months, starting last fall. What do we want to do in the floor plan, which we'll look at in just a second here. What do we want the exterior to look at, which that'll come out later this summer. What do we do with our outdoor spaces? Again, we got 5 acres. How can we make the best use of that? So with the drum roll, we don't have a drum roll. Next page. So there's going to be several different slides up on here to make it fit. So get my little sticky thing here. This is kind of a zoom in, what we're calling phase 1. The next page, I'll show you what the overall 5 acres are. So what we're looking at here, again, we'll zoom in a little bit more on the facility in just a minute, but this shows, future expansion out here to the kind of northwest. So yeah, this is straight north. Indiana would be coming up here. Highway 72 is right across the top here. Possible offices, classroom, more expansion over here. Future amphitheater. So we'll zoom in on that. Let's go to the next one, Eric. So the slide on the left here is our overall 5-acre plot in this area here. This is Highway 72. Indiana would be running up this way. Right now, our main entrance will be coming in where the storage, we've been past that, the storage facility, just past that. This exit we've been kind of using, we've talked with the architects because it is so close to Highway 72, this will likely be only a right turn in and a right turn out. They won't allow a left turn lane just for congestion backing up from the intersection. More to come on that if we refine the overall design. So, here's the worship facility, possible expansion. Then we've got space down here. We can do things. Obviously, you have to have a pond to collect your runoff water, possible future expansion, maybe some play fields, etc. So zoom in over here on the right then. Zoom in on the worship facility. So we've got roughly 250 spaces, 250 capacity in the facility itself. A very nice outdoor patio. These doors here would be able to be opened up if we wanted to have, overflow service. These are proposed to be sliding doors, so if we need, these can be opened up, have extra seating in here for, larger events, larger services, very nice large narthex just for mingling, couple of different receptions, some coffee bars, education spaces. These are going to be somewhat flexible. Some of these walls will hopefully be able to move, so if we need a much bigger space, we can do that. A nice office for pastor, so he can have, his study, his private, his counseling as needed. The red are the main entrances in. As we saw back here on the plan, a little drop-off area. This will be the main entrance, kind of on the northeast corner of the property. So let's go to the next 2 pages, or just kind of a little bit zoom in on this one here. So next page, Eric. So here's just a little bit closer view of the upper part of it. This is still being assessed what we have to do here. If we have to do any road work, again, probably not being able to turn left in and out of here. So this is kind of being worked with the city and the county architecture, looking at that. And then the next page is the bottom half of the property. Again, just showing nothing special about a baseball, softball field per se. It's just kind of a diagram to show something can go in this area as soccer field, play field of some sort for, kids activities. And with that, I think one more page. Next page is roughly the space matrix that's in your package you have as well. Just shows the square footage of the worship facility, the narthex area, et cetera, kind of looking at roughly a 2,500 square feet, roughly almost 10,000 square feet. There will be an unfinished basement, primarily for HVAC, mechanical type things. We did talk about, because it got finished in the future, then you run into things for proper access, ADA access, et cetera. So probably just going to be for storage going forward. And that should take us, I believe, to the next steps. So at the last meeting, we did get a preview of 4 different designs in a 3D to kind of show the building. Went back and forth on that. They're making a few tweaks, changes, so don't want to put that out right yet. So that's finalized. They have to review with county and the city, building codes, height. What do we have to do? Like I mentioned, at the front of the property for utilities, road work, et cetera. Contractor Horizon West, once the 3D gets